I'm not sure what the exact definition of a dress watch would be, but in my mind there must be at least 3 criteria, which is slim, uncomplicated, and white. Now, as you see, the Poedagar is not white, but I can't see any reason why this would not be classified as quite a classic looking dress watch. So, let's have a look at this thing, whatever it is. Good day to you all, and welcome back to another BBW review. Today we have the Poedagar 868, which in my mind is quite a beautiful looking dress watch. I can't think of another description to describe it. Now, this will be a very quick video because A, it's a quartz, and B, because it's a dress watch, there's not much to go over. So first, let's go over the dimensions. You have a 41mm diameter. Now, traditionally, that may be considered too big to be a dress watch, but I will pass on that because it has quite a decent lug length of 47mm, and as you can see, those lugs do turn down to hug the wrist, so no overhang at all. The depth of the watch, or the height, from the base to over the rounded case to the flat mineral crystal on top is just 11mm. Again, I think within the criteria of a dress watch. The crown itself, 5mm, and traditionally dress watches do have very small crowns, so I think this may be on the border of being a bit too big, but never mind. And the weight on the supplied stainless steel strap is 92 grams. So let's have a look at the other parts of the watch. The watch itself is, sorry, I should have mentioned, this watch costs $12, postage and packed from Shenzhen in China, as usual. And for that money, you're going to get a chrome-plated alloy. The case is, I'd say it's like a pie tin case. It's rounded, not flat at all. And again, that's quite traditional for a dress watch, with lugs set quite deep into the case that give it a nice shorter lug length of 47mm. You have 2 steps. As you see, the bezel starts quite low down the case, but the bezel face is actually almost non-existent. So most of the real estate is all dial, which I think makes it look much more presentable than having some larger dial on it. The crown, let's check the movement here. So what I usually do is check, does it move when I insert the crown? 1, 2, 3. No, it doesn't. So good movement there. I guess it's just a basic Chinese movement, although Poedagar have been known to use Miyota movements in many of their watches. So it sits on the back here. The details are stainless steel back, water resistant to 30 meters. Then you have the logo, the Poedagar name, and the designation 868, the Poedagar 868 dress watch. Onto the dial, which is obviously the main feature. It's a beautiful dial. This is purple. It's available in purple and green and blue. I have all 3, but today I'm demonstrating the purple. That sunburst is absolutely beautiful. And it goes from a purple at the edges into a black or dark, a very dark purple. The indices are all applied with a kind of diamond shaped at the 12, the 6, the 3 and the 9, and the others are applied dots. I like that, it's very minimalist, and there's no need for minute buttons in between, just the hour buttons, that's fine. Below the 12, you have the applied Poedagar logo and the name also applied. And above the 12, printed, you have Quartz and 30 meters water resistant. The only other feature, which I think spoils it because it's not necessary, is that date. A, it's not necessary, don't need it. And B, it's much too small. Much too small. So, kind of irrelevant being on this beautiful dress watch. And if you are interested, try and take a look at the blue and the green. They also exhibit the same beautiful sunburst, which I think is really, really nice. The hands themselves, this is my only problem with this watch. As you can see here, you might just only be able to see the white of the loom. But here you can see the much longer hand. I don't understand why they do that. It's the only thing I think that spoils the watch. The hands are far too short. Both hands are far too short, especially that hour hand. As you see here, in this light, all you can see is the loom, and it's tiny, and also the minute hand, which is about twice the size, but also far too short. So that's a real, it's a real problem I think Poedagar made with this watch. So points away, Poedagar. They should have made much, much better and clearer hands. Because I think one of the defining characteristics, again, of a dress watch, make it legible to see very quickly. You can see the time okay here, but could have been much better. So again, points off. Now, if there is another characteristic of a dress watch, is it must be able to easily slip under a shirt cuff, and this does quite easily to reveal the Poedagar 868. Oh, one thing I haven't mentioned is the strap. They're standard on Poedagar, these straps. They are stainless steel. You have a 20mm lug width that tapers down to 18 at the clasp. The clasp is unsigned, the butterfly clasp, but very nice. It is stainless steel, and I do like butterfly clasps more than any others. And there you go. You have it, the Poedagar 868. And I think regardless of whether you would call this a dress watch or not, just depends on your own criteria. I personally would, but others may disagree with that. That's absolutely okay. For the $12 I paid for this, I have no complaints at all, apart from those hands. I really wish they would have made more suitable and more legible hands for this watch. Apart from that, I completely suggest buying this watch. And the green and the blue. So, this is again the Poedagar 868, and until then, hope to see you again with another watch on the green chair. Until then, take it easy.